lots of shallow cover. There might be trees and rocks and things like that, and I mean literally where the fish visibility is not really an option at all. But they are very aware of things in their area and their surroundings. They feel them through their lateral line. So you want to use lures that displace a ton of water. So a square bill crankbait is one of our favorites. Yeah. And we're going to use bright colors like this. So not only do you want to have a lure that displaces a lot of water, but so when it does get close enough to them where they can actually bite it, they can get a good visual target on it up close. So, bright chartreuse is one of the best colors. Fire red, you can see in my box here, I've got lots of colors, some for clear water, some for dirty water. But, these bright colors, the reds, the oranges, the chartreuses, that's super good for that. And again, this bait has a wide wobble. It pushes a lot of water, and it's very weedless too. So you can get it into pretty tight places and catch them. Another bait that we use a ton, it's my favorite, probably my all-time favorite lure, is a spinnerbait. And same thing again, you want to use the brightest colors you can, and we'll adjust our blade combinations based on the amount of vibration. So like this willow blade, this gives off a little more flash, and that's typically when the water's, maybe got this much visibility or a little, 6 inches to a foot or 18 inches. We'll use something with a Colorado willow combination. If it's really dirty, we go straight Colorados, and that gives you the most vibration, the most water displacement. And again, this whole skirt and everything is pushing a lot of water, so when it gets close to them, they feel the presence of it before it even gets to them. That's a great tool. When the water gets dirty, the bass always move shallower. They're always going to be shallower because there's no light penetration in 30, 40 foot of water. So they always move shallow, and they really like to get next to targets. So I mean, they're not going to be just up there swimming around out in the open in dirty water. They're going to be, if there's a log or a stick or something, they're going to be right next to it, against it. So that's why having a bait like this that's pretty weedless, you can make a good accurate presentation with and get it right against that lay down or log or stump or whatever it is. That's what we try to do with them.
Cool. Yeah, well, the design of that lure feels like it'd be a good casting lure too.
Yeah, it's heavy enough. Now they make it in all different sizes. So I have some. There's one size smaller that's about a third smaller. And then we have them all the way to where they're 4 times that big. And we just basically use the size that matches the forage for that time of the year in the body of water. I mean, our lakes vary a lot in size, so that one lake you go to, the average fish may be just 12 or 14 inch fish, 2 pounds, 2 pounds, and then other places you may be giant, maybe so we use big baits in the big fish lakes, and a lot of smaller baits in the tough conditions and where there's smaller fish at.